Ever feel like completely worn down? Just like, totally wiped.
Yeah, definitely. Like running on fumes.
Exactly. Rattled. Right. We're going deep on that today.
Yeah, feeling.
Yeah. The word itself, rattled. It's so, I don't know, evocative.
It is, isn't it?
Merriam-Webster defines it as like confused or broken down and worn out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's spot on.
And we've got this source that's all about it. How to deal with feeling rattled.
So what's the source? Like an article or...
It's this kind of like a personal reflection, almost like a blog post,
Yeah.
But it gets deep.
Okay, interesting. And it's specifically about feeling rattled.
Totally. And it connects it to like modern life, and especially technology and stuff.
Makes sense. It does feel like sometimes everything's just too much.
Right. Okay. So the source goes right into social media. How it can make us feel rattled.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It's like designed to keep us scrolling and scrolling, even when it feels bad, right?
Totally. Like, those algorithms? They're always feeding us more and more and more.
It's almost addictive, isn't it?
That's exactly what the source says. Like, it preys on our, what is it, FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Yeah, that makes you feel like you got to keep up with everything. But the good thing is, the source doesn't just say, oh, everything's terrible and we're all doomed.
Okay, phew. What does it say?
Well, it talks about how we can, like, break free from those bad habits and actually, like, form good ones.
Okay, so less doom scrolling, more. What? What are these good
The
habits?
source talks about, like, taking a mental detox.
Ooh, I like that. Mental detox. Like a cleanse, but for your brain.
Exactly. Even if it's just for, like, a little bit each day.
So how do you do a mental detox? What does that actually look like?
Well, one thing they mentioned is meditation. Helps to, quiet your mind.
Yeah, I've heard that. Never been great at meditating myself, though.
It can be tough. The source says that, too. Like, any new habit, it feels weird at first.
Right, right. So meditation for a mental detox. What else?
Okay, so this is interesting. The source also talks about word of the day exercises.
Wait, what? How does that fit in?
I know, it seems kind of random, but it's about, like, engaging your brain in a different way.
Instead of being, like, controlled by those algorithms all the time.
Exactly. It's about, like, introspection, like thinking about things for yourself.
And word of the day is just one example, right?
Right.
Could be anything that gets you thinking.
Yeah, like reading a book or learning a new skill.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so from our own brains, the source then kind of shifts gears. It talks about empathy.
Oh, interesting. Like feeling for other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The author was talking about seeing people who look, kind of weathered, like life has been tough on them.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Sometimes you see someone and you're like, wow, they've seen a lot.
Right. And it made the author think about, like, shared experiences, how we're not alone in feeling rattled sometimes.
So true. Everyone has their own stuff going on.
And then, get this, the source goes into how we can support others who might be feeling rattled.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. Like, what can we actually do?
It's all about, reading the situation, being sensitive.
Yeah, because sometimes people don't want advice, right?
Yeah, sometimes they just need, like, space or just to be heard.
The source says it's about respecting how people cope, like not trying to fix everyone.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Totally.
So to sum it all up, it seems like this source is really about recognizing when you're feeling rattled.
And then, like, actively trying to refresh yourself.
Yeah, and not just yourself, but, like, thinking about how you can help others refresh, too.
It's like a cycle, rattled and refreshed back and forth.
That's a good way to put it. And it makes me wonder, how can we apply this idea of refreshment to, like, bigger things?
Oh, wow, yeah. Like, beyond just individuals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what about our communities or even society as a whole?
That is a question to ponder, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know the answer, but it's definitely something worth thinking about. Listeners, what do you think? How can we all work towards a more, refreshed world? Let us know. Until next time, stay curious and try not to get too rattled out there.
And remember, a little refreshment goes a long way.